Hello and welcome back to Age of Wonders, to the actual finale episode. It better be the actual finale episode. When we last left off, we were at an intern. We were sneaking through the southern deserts to get to the capital of Putrefa because they have just been sending a countless amount of enemies towards us. And I don't really have a great way to reinforce right now. That being said, we have taken some territory from them, basically two lower cities, Shining Court and Dawnbane, which is providing us a bit of a way in at the moment. All of our allies in the meantime have proceeded to do absolutely nothing bupkis whatsoever. Celestine has been fighting outside of Flame Wall, I guess keeping them at bay, but not really making any progress. And M&M over here was getting attacked by an Umbral infestation, but it looks like they finally cleared it, so they might actually be able to start doing something now. That's promising news. The Moles and Belsarius, we haven't really heard a lot from. I think they've been picking off underground cities, but it has sort of been outside of our vision. For whatever reason, the computer is really struggling about thinking lately. And Ratchek's turns are exceptionally long as we wait for his units to figure out what they want to do. Now, they cannot see me in this desert, but their cities should be able to sense me. So while they won't know who's in my armies, they will see those little red exclamation marks. And truth be told, our fancy new avatar of the cosmos, this guy does not have Sandwalk, so he is seen. In theory. Ooh, sign of the lumbering staff. Magic and support abilities get +1 range, but slow combat. I love that one. And Celestine has unlocked the Beacons of Unity. Now, the computer is really bad about doing expansion victories, so I don't have a lot of faith. We have a new Empire development skill here. Your cities gain draft equal to their food income. Instantly gain knowledge, mana, and gold for each population in your cities. I'm actually just going to get Throne City and cities that share a border gain 10% income. Trying to wonder what we need to pick up. What is valuable for us to pick up? We have so many options. Upkeep from unit enhancements. We do have a fair number of unit enhancements. Oh, you know what we do have? There's one of these for Imperium, isn't there? Do we have that already? Oh, I really screwed up there. Oh my god. I took converting cities is 2 turns faster and doesn't give you a relationship penalty. The exchange of this was 60 Imperium per turn. I made a very big dumb. I don't know. Let's get 10% income while at highest stability level. 76 extra knowledge. We've unlocked the Age of Affinity. I don't know how this is going to work because we don't have any of these tier 5 tomes, so, but I wanted to find out. Temple of the Pyre. Enemy units suffer condemn. Yeah, we'll just grab the cheap ones. We're grabbing some Blessed Souls down here just to reinforce our army. I'm gonna mark that guy and oh, I see. Age of Astral, Age of Chaos, Age of Materium, Age of Nature, Age of Order, Age of Shadow. Okay, so the Age of Affinity unlocks every single age spell, and it's up to me to decide which one I want to cast. Huh. Interesting.
Huh?
Admittedly, not how I would have expected that to work. Zoop. And zoop. So I'm just building a highway through the desert here. Highway through the desert zone. You're picking up your new troops. You guys, 5 check, 5 check. We're grabbing stuff. You've got Bajafs. You don't have this breached Arcanium. Let's conduit our way through there. I wish I had more world map casting points. Because with 800 mana income. I don't know, man. Maybe I should just be building up more armies as well at this point. Are you able to undo cast the Age of Shadow? It still doesn't let our troops heal properly. That's different. So that's the Age of Death, which is a prophecy effect from the Visions of Ruin. Despite it having a similar name. Random enemy takes mixed fire lightning. Every turn, random enemy gets status effects. Friendly units gets bolstered defense. Every 2 turns, nature units are summoned. Random ally gains 3 positive status effects and loses all negative status. A random corpse is reanimated as a decaying zombie. I don't know what I would take here. Chaos spells are what I cast the most in combat. Ooh, Rakath is fighting someone. Battle lost. Nice. Eminem is making the push now. Uh-oh. But here he comes to fight me. So yeah, he can see me down here. If I put the highway all the way against this mountain, I might be able to sneak in, but he will still just like teleport back. You know what? I'm okay with that. Shrouded Gate. You know I want it. Back to the presence. The Avatar Cosmos slaps. It's super good, right? Hardy Plate. Parasitic Sphere. That Hardy Plate. It's actually pretty good on you to get regeneration. Let's grab endurance training as well. Temple of the Pyre unlocked. Shade Network. Yeah, okay. Okay, you got a guild. Pyre, Midland. Gets this Breached Arcanum. Fridge. Upgrade your Inexorable Cast. All those people have been captured. You are vassaled. Blessed soul, blessed soul, blessed soul. We might as well fight these guys out here. Like, at least just neutral terrain. Spiritual sphere of boons and a giant beetle mount. Could I take this perched lake bed? It's right next to their capital, which means I could heal there.
Huh?
Tendril Labyrinth, Necrotic Spires. I tell you what, we should probably unlock an extra siege slot here. Yeah, Wizard Bombardment doesn't actually show as a siege project anymore. So, I guess Tower Bombardment. Burn the battlements as well. Now, funny enough, I do heal more on enemy terrain. Locked by a Spelljammer, but I can just cast here. So this is now sand terrain. You are vibing. Y'all are vibing. Waiting on the rest of them troops. All right. You are Sunnydale in Midlands. I'm gonna start recruiting more troops in all these places. And I guess, oh yeah, you need another Blessed Soul. I'd like to start binding some more of those wonders, because I could just pull up the magic victory. I do want the military victory. That's the problem, though. Eyes closed and nap time. Cats, take it easy. Still deadly sick, but better every day. Let my dulcet tones lure you to sleep. This is Age of Wonders ASMR. The succulent susurrations of the syllabus of spells. I don't know. Is that how it works? Everyone's ears just start profusely bleeding automatically. Was I singing Robin Thicke? Yes, unfortunately I was. That song tends to get stuck in my head a little bit. Triggered by certain other things. 6, 4, 5. 2 Undead Titans. Yuck. Oh, 6 fire resistance, -6, -4 spirit. Yeah, all right, never mind. You're fine. I can deal with that. That shan't be an issue. We can also steal this breached gate from him, which should be fun. Have I won yet? No. But we're almost there. We're getting pretty darn close, let me tell you. Tell you what. Well, I need 1 here for House Jack. You gain infinite sensing range. I need another one for him. Okay, okie day, okie day. I'm just gonna like nap you. Temple of the Pyre. You can have another guild. I guess a scholars guild is what I would do. I think this guy just hit point 30. You have that Arcanium. You have this Arcanium. Yeah, maximum population. So the fun thing with that is I could technically get rid of all these farms now. Because they ain't doing much for me. Keep the ones around that. Sunnydale, you're also able to annex. You're touching. Honestly, I kind of want to just like put a portal back here so this guy has somewhere to grow into. New empire development skills. I don't know where. You're sending a war party to me? That's really inconvenient. No, I guess we have an army to deal with it. Okay. I was promised Age of Wonder alternatives. Not today, you weren't. We were hoping to finish today early. Yeah, we still might. I mean, if we take down Putrefa, that should kill off this guy. And then the other place should, in theory, be a quick sweep. But I am worried about, like, how many units he's going to be able to put into this city in the next 3 turns of siege. Game kind of feels like Settlers of Catan had a baby with Stellaris. It's not a bad comparison, honestly. It is not a bad comparison at all. Fairly apt. Norris, how you doing, brother? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, he's just pooping out heroes here now. Pooping them. There's another one. Where did he get that Titan from? Acropolis allows undead titans. Yeah, I see he's pulling guys back pretty fast already. Build wood, bricks. It worked, but I'm depressed, so I added life to the list. The good news, as I've killed off all of his armies, his turns are a lot faster. So fingers crossed. Also, when we wipe this off, the rest of the game will just like wrap up quickly because we have to spend less time waiting for his turn to pass. Such will be our plight. Day 140. Okay, so you've got your armies now. Huh? Got some legendary knights in here as well. Shade network. Ooh, prismatic tower. That one I definitely want. Through those in a second. All right, so these 3 dinguses are ready to rock. 2 turns. Consecrating Firestorm for 3 turns. want to make sure we have all the right stuff cast here. Okay, so you built a Pyro Templar and a Geomancer. You also get a Chaplain and a Liege Guard. Chaplain and a Liege Guard. You get a Shade Network. This guy's almost got his Archon Gate up, which will be nice. Kind of hoping I could get up here. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to grow that fast, so we'll try it. One more turn on that shuffle. Beast Wrangler, bounties. Oh my god. A vassal is sieging Flame Wall. That could be it. We could be over in a couple turns. We could actually be over in like 2 turns. Wow, if that's the case, I'll just depend this on the last video. If you see this in the last video, you saw nothing. Had to step out for a meeting. What did you miss? Mostly a bunch of interns. We're sieging down the capital. We got 2 turns away. He's building up a last defensive force. We're close. We're getting closer. Which affinity magic victory spells did you get? Age of Affinity. You actually get every single age. So you get to pick which age spell you cast. But there is no cool Age of Cosmos or anything like that. It's a bit of a missed opportunity, but man, Saba. What are you gonna do? You know, we recently got the Fractured Cataclysm victory, which is pretty fun. Please stop hiring heroes. I do not wish to kill them all. Who are you fighting? It's not me. Not me yet. Cast multiple, just like Total Chaos. I don't think so, because I do know if somebody has cast an age spell and you try to cast one, it'll say like somebody has already triggered the magic victory and you have to like stop them. I think same thing for if the expansion victory is triggered. We've definitely run into something where we haven't been able to do the final victory condition because another victory condition is already in effect. But I couldn't tell you the exact details of it because I have the brain of a goldfish. She's built another Beacon of Unity. All right, we're going to be fully healed next turn with all of our stuff ready. You got a Temple of the Pyre, build a Shade Network. You got a Temple of the Pyre, build a Shade Network. You got a Temple of the Pyre, build a Shade Network. You got a Temple of the Pyre, build a Shade Network. You're ready to annex more stoof. Sure, why not go underground? You'll build tier 3 Citadel. You got your Chaplain and your Liege Guard already. Okay. What else do I put in here then? Oh, I'm getting a lot of Imperium. I guess I would think like a second Pyro Guard and then a hero unit. Or I could do a Shade. The Shade makes an interesting choice, like link between aspirant knights and regular knights. Their daggers also do a lot of damage. They got Dunestalkers, they get Fiery Imbuement, Geomantic, Holy Aura, Pure Soul, Resonant Weapons, and Scorpion Venom. So they get extra damage when flanking. Honestly, our Shades would be pretty good. Just gonna wait on you right now. Belsarius finally showed up. Wow. Oh my god, and they're sieging Adelinium. Oh, I think they're going for it, dudes. I think it's finally happening. We're going to start making that play. Shuffle. Prospector, Glory Seeker, Crusader. Nope. Oh. Yeah, you're fine. Somebody will kill you. I think they might actually be going for it here. Do you enjoy this part of the game where there's so much to manage every turn, or do you prefer the early game? I definitely prefer the early game. I would actually say I prefer the mid game. I like having a lot to manage, but at this point, like the game's been over for 30 turns. The game was basically over the moment Eduardo and the Duke of Obadoth got killed. And now it's just like, what I dislike about this part of the game is pressing enter and sitting here for 2 minutes, just like waiting to play the game again. Like, that's the part I dislike. So, prefer the early game, but it's fun to level up. Yeah, I mean, Stellaris has great examples where like you can just automate the cities at a certain point, or build districts, or sectors, I think they're called, and let the computer take over it. And I'm totally okay with doing that. If you don't like the city management stuff, you can also just be like, I have vassals. I just make a bunch of vassals. And they do okay, you know, they give you the money. Because, oh god, I see all those armies coming down. Because we're playing as aristocrats, we kind of need to have a lot of cities. We don't need to, but it's like 6 cities is kind of... I would say if you're playing an aristocracy, you have to have 6 cities. Because if you want 3 armies of 3, or 2 armies of 3, I should say, you sort of need them all being led by your people. Ideally. It plays to your strengths. You just vassalize everything towards the end because they can't be bothered. Yeah. City automation option, but it takes a while to get there. I am going to learn this Sign of the Lumbering Staff because I like this spell. Celestion is lit the Beacons of Unity. All right, well, if you only have a single bronze golem defending it, it's not going to happen, so... Not gonna panic about that. We unlock the Prismatic Tower. And we get a new book. New book means new outfits. No, I didn't think we get this far. Did we take the Tome of the Crucible? This was an option for us. Geomancers, you get 4 fire damage. So with the Chaplains. What did we take? We did take a Chaos Amplifier. So Tome of the Crucible is actually pretty strong. Tome of the Golden Realm, also fairly solid. We talked about the Tome of Prosperity. Just to give us more grace. You know, we do have Staves of Grace as well. Support abilities grant 1 grace. Garden of Affluence is really strong for us as well. Yeah, you know what? I think I am going to take this one.
Fields of gold reveal the...
It's all good choices. Ooh, Prismatic Tower is not cheap. Oh, you can only build in the Throne City, though. Okay. Midland can annex another province. Let's do that. He's kind of out of things to annex now. Unless he starts taking from Helden. Ooh, okay. And they don't actually reach us here in time, so... Oh, the goddamn Spelljammer. Consecrated Firestorm. Celestial Guardians. I don't know. Do we have anything else? Sure, let's cast Sign of the Lumbering Staff. Love that +1 range. $88 versus $44. Oh, the Throne of Insidious Whispers. I hate it. They've all taken 20 damage. Cleansing Flames are everywhere. All Burning Ground becomes Cleansing Flames. We've also lit the battlements on fire, so that's extra Cleansing Flames. I think this is probably just a straight wash. Though I certainly will fight it if I have to, because I don't want anybody else coming in here. Taking it. I'm taking it. He's done. We fought him enough times already. Still don't get why nature got extra city cap, though. Should be shadow, likely not repeatable. Well, it's because nature is completely based on growth, right? Like, all the nature bonuses are about creating more food in your city. That was quite the hang. That was quite the hang. That's a nice item. You have crumbled the last defense of Ratchek the Disturbing and cast him into the astral void. Whatever schemes he had in the work, none of them will come to fruition. The children of Urath, their spirits crushed, find themselves at your mercy. We'll take the good alignment. Bounties failed. Cities destroyed. I don't really want to be in charge of them, so I'm going to migrate them, even though it's evil. And then I'll let this city out afterwards. Do I have the ability to use your teleporters? I don't have open borders with you. Are you jokes? That's so funny. I like that she also won't just give me open borders. Like, she's like, no, $50. What a dog. What a dog. So she killed the vassal that's attacking her, but she does have another army coming up there. That away. New development skills. Throne City gains 5 magic mana. Gain casting points. Oh. I think you can actually take your final signature skill. Paragon of Order. All non-hero units gain resurgence. All friendly kills grant... Friendly units gain 15 HP on kill. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, he's perfect. I don't want to update him anymore. I like his vibe. I guess you don't really need to be training anybody. That's you. You don't really need to be training anybody either, but... Jenkins. It's level 4 renown here. Give him that +1 rank. And we're going to give him extra critical chance. That bumps him up to 50%. You also got Preacher, so all units in the army now have Faithful and Zeal. Which is great. Collected, collected, collected. Handle war. Make peace. Make peace. There's no reason to fight these guys. Somebody else wants to conquer them, I'm fine with that, but we have one more person who needs to be killed, and that's it. In fact, if I really wanted to as well, I could also just grab a couple extra Whispering Stones. Pop them into some of these cities. One, two. Oh, I didn't get a third one. Well, let's take yours, and we'll put that in Adelonium. Those are the two, like, right on my border, right? Adelonium, Celestia, Skorheim, yeah. Now, that would rock if I could get all 3 of those. And I don't suppose this guy's built a teleporter. No. So y'all are going to have to just figure out whatever the fastest way is up there. Good luck. Don't see city cap as a growth thing. It's an administration thing. I can see the argument you're making for sure. Shadow does. It's funny to think of like Shadow as like the school of bureaucracy. I think there's something pretty funny about that idea. But I could definitely see the argument. I don't think you're wrong in thinking that like if there was a school of bureaucracy, it would be Shadow. Increase in range and max citizens is sensible for growth in nature. I mean, it's classic tall versus wide playstyle. Yeah, yeah. Is all the things for like founding cities, all of the unique buildings you get out of the nature tomes, or also they all scale off of farms pretty much, where they all provide additional growth. Because the thing is right, is every time your city gets additional population, it requires more food per turn. So if you don't have the growth, then you can't actually... Like, if you only have so many farms, you can't... Your city can only get so big. because at a certain point it'll create like it'll just neutral out, or close to neutral out. It'll slow down significantly. That is a game-ending siege for sure. But that's a big enough army to stop it, so. Something fought her up there. One alternative we could do. They're too strong to surrender. You've unlocked the Beacons of Unity. A new hand touches the bacon. Okay. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Yoink.
Oh.
Your army is 3,000 points. Damn, son. Not messing around. I don't want to keep this city. I want to release it as a vassal. Yeah, that's fine. Y'all can do whatever you want. Defensive pact, excellent. So that's good. That puts us towards victory now. It means that they're not just going to like decide to declare war on M&M at the last second. I mean, I guess if the Beacons of Unity are lit, then that locks that down pretty quickly. Any tips for beginning? This game is hard to learn. I would say, like, don't necessarily play with all the DLC, because it's all of the DLC expands out a lot of different things. Try to get early outposts. If you can get an outpost down... If you can get an outpost down at turn 5, you're doing very well. If you can get an outpost down in the first 10 turns, you're still doing very well. But I think getting out and getting extra locations really helps. Focusing on growth, typically, I think is the best things to do for your cities. But you generally just want to build like whatever's boosted. For me, it's like a growth, production, and then gold, I would say, are like the 3 most important things. Try to keep your income at plus 100, plus 100. Like if you're under $100 per turn, you don't want to expand your armies. If you're over $100 a turn, you can start expanding your armies. I guess I'm being attacked here, am I? No, I'm being pulled into this fight, but I can't choose not to be. Celestine is in this fight as well, so... I'll take that. That was basically her chance to fight back, so... Yeah, if she loses this, that's the game. That's the game. Unexpected victory. A victor stands proudly upon the remains of our enemies. You subjugated the world through force, Jack Wonders, as the empires of the past did before you. When the dust settles, you will discover what your cause was just, or if you merely fanned the flames of entropy. Turn 143. Dude, this campaign was so much fun. It's crazy how weak we were early on. See, I think this is where Jack died originally. We started here. We got down an outpost on turn 8, which means... No, sorry, turn 7. So this was a tier... 2 turns to build an outpost, right? So that was a tier 5, turn 5 outpost. And then, like, a couple turns later, Belsarius put down an outpost right next to me. This was crazy down here. Trying to deal with these vampires. And I'm going to be honest, if Obadoth had taken over pretty much anyone other than the Gilded Noxians, I think we would have been in a lot more trouble. Now, that said, you can see they forward settled with Scourheim. That's their capital. That's where they settled next to me. They got in here very, very early. And actually, they had a very strong early lead. But then you can see Belsarius just started, like, supercharging. Wow, this is wild. Belsarius is actually the strongest the entire match, but he doesn't do anything. He just builds. He just conquers the underground and builds. I mean, understandable. Have a nice day, right? We set up Midland, then take Sunnydale, and then we are in, like... God, the Siege of Fire Festival was so many turns. And we're gathering in power this entire time, but it's slow. There is a lot of turnover here. M&M takes a bunch of stuff. I guess founds her own cities. Oh, wow. That was all M&M's territory. And then Rykareth just charged up through and started stealing it all. Huh. But strangely enough, never struck at her homeland. If he had managed to take out M&M, he would have owned basically the entire eastern side of the map. And then instead we just we were just like, nah, let's just go down here and walk into his capital city. Let's just sneak attack his capital city instead. That's killer. One of the best campaigns so far. Yeah, I loved this concept of evolving our hero over time, giving them unlocks as things grew, changing depending on how the map was. This is what we originally looked like. And you could see by the end we were like clad in this massive golden armor, this helmet, this huge two-handed sword. He will absolutely be going into the pantheon. I guess he's Cosmos chosen. I don't know when else I'm ever gonna get this Ascension. Blessbringer, an assassin, guardian angel, Bajaf, Syndran. I'm gonna take Cosmos chosen. He has an Empire of the Cosmos build, so bing, 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 bing. 8 points that go towards nothing because we have everything unlocked. And he's done. Glorious. glorious Jack Wonders. Folks, thank you so much for joining us. This has been a very, very fun campaign. I really, really enjoyed it. I do wish the optimization would get improved a little bit right now. So I don't know when our next campaign is going to come after this one. But we're going to leave this one at it today. And we hope, no matter what we play next, you come back and join us for a new one. Until next time, bye-bye.